Hey guys, so a couple days ago I finally got a chance to catch up on some new releases at the theater. I would have did my review yesterday, but I have come down with a ear infection, which I'm still suffering from, and I'm kind of still in a little bit of pain as we speak. So yeah, that kind of hindered me, and I didn't feel like doing anything, especially doing a review in the state I was in. I was a lot of pain yesterday. I'm kind of a little bit better. I've had some medicines, antibiotics, and stuff like that. Um, and literally, this happened pretty much right after I left the movie theater. Like, I went and saw two movies, and I was fine. And, was not sick at all. And then as soon as I got home, I got sick. Yeah, the movies. Some people would see that as a way of the movies caused me to get sick. No, that's not exactly it, and I'll explain that here in a few seconds. But I just somehow got sick. I don't know how that happened. But anyways, and this is right after I just got over a severe pneumonia back in January, so not having a great year so far. Anyways, the first movie I saw was London Has Fallen. Um, it's kind of funny me talking about a sequel to Olympus Has Fallen here, um, because Olympus Has Fallen was actually, I think, my second review I did on YouTube that I put on YouTube. It's kind of funny now, 3 years later, here I am talking about a sequel that they made. Um, Olympus Has Fallen. If you haven't seen my review, go check it out somewhere hidden on my YouTube page here somewhere. Uh, if you haven't seen that review, I loved the first movie, Olympus Has Fallen. I thought it was goofy as hell, was really dumb, and but also a very great guilty pleasure. It's like in the same category as what I would put the Fast and Furious series in that, like, they're really dumb movies, but I really enjoyed them for some reason. And Olympus Has Fallen was just really preposterous in a lot of ways. I don't know how. I still don't believe that you could take over the White House that easily, but whatever. Um, so, and also, it was a better Die Hard movie than fucking Die Hard 5 was. And, I mean, because this movie was first one was basically Die Hard in a fucking in the White House. So, with this, I got trailers for this, and I almost forgot they were making a sequel. And then I'm like, really? They're making a sequel to Olympus Has Fallen? Really? Like, was there really any need? Was anybody really begging for one? Apparently somebody did. Or it's just because Hollywood saw it made money, so they're like, screw it, let's make a movie now. But it looked harmless. I know the reviews haven't been very positive for it, but that didn't hinder me from going to see this movie. You know what? I hold this in the same regard as I do with the first one. This movie is just as dumb, just as stupid, dumb, stupid. Uh, what's the ridiculous as the first one, and as I did the first one, I fucking love this movie. This movie was pretty fun. I had a blast watching it. It's a guilty pleasure. It's one of those movies you have to turn your mind off while seeing it. Gerard Butler is fantastic, like he was in the first one. I hope he continues to do roles like this. He is great at them. He is convincing as a bona fide badass, which he is in this film series. I hope I would hope that this is going to be the last one, but I have a feeling if this movie did okay at the box office, so it might be making another one. I don't know what the hell they're going to do for a third one. What? I don't know. I've been sitting here trying to think of something really stupid for them to do for the third one. But he's awesome in this movie. he's he's like he's like I said, the ultimate badass, and I hope he continues to do movies like this and not like stupid romantic comedies that like he had been doing for like those couple of years that have, or like, like movies like The Ugly Truth, and I forget what other movies he did. There were some pretty bad ones. I've seen a couple and they were really bad. I hope he quits doing those and goes back to doing this. He's awesome at it. Like, he's really good. I really enjoyed him, and he has some he has a lot of charisma, and that helps. One of my favorite scenes in this movie is like he one of the terrorists calls one of the soldiers, one of the terrorist soldiers, and Gerard Butler has him held at knife point, and Gerard Butler answers the phone, and he tells him, says, I want you to listen to this, and he puts the phone by the guy's mouth, and then proceeds to slowly but surely put the knife right into his fucking back and kill him. That was disturbing, but fucking awesome at the same time. Yeah, that was fucking mental. This movie's also very absurd, like the first one. I'm pretty goddamn certain, like the first one, that this couldn't really happen that easily. That the terrorists wouldn't be able to take over London that quickly. And especially when it's like they established throughout the beginning of the movie, this is one of the most guarded events in world history. It's the prime minister's funeral, so they got all these world leaders coming to London to try to attend this the prime minister's funeral, and I have a hard time believing that. Like, there's a lot of like, because like what ends up happening is that a lot of the world's leaders, like Japan, France, Canada, and a lot of them all end up dead. World leaders end up dead, and of course America's president lives. Of course, this movie's about so fucking pro-America. It's not even funny. I swear to God, it's like the most pro-American movie since American Sniper. I'm not, and I'm American. I'm not dissing America, but it's just like, oh, come on. And there's like, it's just so fucking coincidental that it feels very coincidental that they end up getting a lot of these guys. Like, I think the French the Italy's president or prime minister is on top of the cathedral, Notre Dame. Or is it Notre? No, it's not Notre Dame. It's that one cathedral in London. God damn it, I've been there before and I can't remember its name. And he just happens to be on top of that. How the fuck did the terrorists know that? I'm just sitting here like, really? Just by coincidence, because he's up there with his date. Like, just randomly just shows her the top of this cathedral. And I'm like, really? They figured that out. It just seems very random that they just, by chance, were there. Like I said, I highly doubt this was possible, that this could happen this easily. They would be able to take over London as easily. This movie also has some of the dumbest lines of dialogue I've heard in a long goddamn time. I haven't seen the first one in a while, but I'm sure the first one had about as dumb too. There's him from Gerard Butler said, "Why don't you go back to Afghanistan or something like that?" Or there's a death of a character, one of the main characters in this movie early on in the movies, and her dying words are, "I'm not making this up, go get those fuckers." Like, I'm like, really? And that person dies. I'm like, really? It's just like, oh god, this movie's so cheesy. And also, this movie is weirdly enough pro drones. Yeah, it is. It's kind of. At first, I thought it was going to go anti-drones, but by the end of the movie, it's so pro-drones, it's not even funny. Because, like, that's why the terrorist is going after America's president and everything else, because he okayed an attack on his family by a drone strike, and it killed, like, pretty much his whole family, and including his daughter. So he wants revenge, and he survived. Yeah. So dumb. This movie is so dumb, but I really enjoyed it. It was an hour and a half, and it was a short sit. It didn't feel long. It was a lot of fun. I had a blast seeing it. I didn't regret watching it whatsoever. I do recommend it. If you like the first one, if you're like me who likes the first one, how stupid it was, you'll like this one too. Um, as far as trailers go, I got, what did I get? I'm sure I'm forgetting something about the movie, but like I said, it's been a couple days since I've seen it, but it's somewhat fresh in my mind still. If I forgot anything, I apologize. I might mention it in the comments. As far as trailers go, I got the trailer for The Darkness, another generic jump scare horror movie from Blumhouse, the guys who made Insidious, The Purge, all these other movies. I swear to God, half the movies out nowadays, or horror movies nowadays, are made by them, and most of the time they're not very good. It's something about this family. This kid gets possessed by these ancient spirits that were while they were visiting the Grand Canyon, and he's possessed by an ancient spirit, and he likes to put black marks on people's faces. I guess I don't know. It's really weird, or black handprints on people's faces. It's really stupid. It looks really dumb. It has Kevin Bacon in it. That's kind of reassuring, but it doesn't look very good. And then the last trailer I got was Free State of Jones. This looks great. This does look really, really great. Apparently, somebody I know worked on this movie, which is kind of interesting. But they wrote a story for it or something like that. It's a Matt McConaughey movie where he is a Confederate soldier that abandons his army troop and ends up training a bunch of runaway slaves to how to fight back, and he leads a slave rebellion. It looks kind of awesome, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, I'm sitting there going, yeah, there's only one problem. This movie's gonna be coming out the same year, a few months before, The Birth of a Nation comes out, and that's pretty much the same fucking plot, but it's about a black slave who leads a slave rebellion, instead of a white man leading a slave rebellion. So yeah, I'm sure. I'm pretty certain The Birth of a Nation's it's getting a lot of great reviews. I'm pretty certain that's gonna probably be getting Oscar nominations. That's why when everybody was bitching about the black or all white Oscars, I kept saying, wait a year from now, I'm sure Birth of a Nation will get nominated, so don't worry about that. There'll be a lot of nominations. There'll probably win Best Picture. But it would be kind of fucking hilarious, and I wouldn't put it past the Oscars if this movie got nominated over that movie. That would be kind of hilarious. Then I will agree with a lot of people on their complaints about the Oscars being so white. That would be fucked up. But at the same time, I wouldn't put it past them. That'd be fucking hilarious. Sorry. Damn. Anyways, I'll be back in a few seconds with the review for the other film I saw.